Welcome back. This video is a little bit crazy. It's all over the place. So that little clip you just saw at the beginning was running the Exocet at the Cone Killer Classic. It's an SCCA event. It's a local thing. Well, it was pretty local for me. It was only an hour or so drive to get to the place. It was at the Mid-State Airport. So I'm going to do this entire thing out of order. So you saw the first run. I'm going to give you kind of a summary now, but then I'm going to kind of rewind a little bit to last weekend when I was actually at the SCCA thing, because I recorded that stuff and then didn't actually make a video out of it. Then, in addition to that, this week, I actually found a guy that has a dyno and took the Exocet there, and we hooked it up, and the final result was somewhere around 160 horsepower. Now, what we did find is running the Flying Miata turbo, once we got to, we're looking at our torque curve, once we hit about 5,000 RPM, the turbo is hooked up to the ECU, and then also Flying Miata has a Voodoo box, and that's controlling the engine and the air-fuel ratio. What we found is after about 5,000 RPM, it got super rich. Like when we were at, before that, say 3,000, 4,000, just approaching 5,000, where our air-fuel ratio was in the 12s to 1, but after about 5,000 RPM, it just starts dumping a ton of fuel in there, and the ratio goes into the 9s to 1. So I'm going to try and contact Flying Miata unless someone watching this has some suggestions on what I could do to change that. He thinks we can gain maybe another 20, 30 horsepower even if we can fiddle with the timing a little bit, put a little bit more timing than Flying Miata has in their manual. But of course, I'm going to contact Flying Miata first, find out what they have to say about it. So anyways, the video today is going to be a summary of running this at the SCCA thing, which was super fun. I mean, this thing is a riot to drive. I really, really enjoy it. And then it's going to be the dyno thing. I'll put a couple poles. Really, it's just the car sitting on the dyno and me revving it, so whatever. But it was a pretty eventful week. I just wanted to do a quick intro here, and then the rest of the video is going to be talking about the SCCA thing, a couple runs, another few vehicles that I was watching run there. There was another Exocet there. Pretty cool stuff. So anyways, yeah, busy week. Hope everybody's good. And let me know what you think about the dyno work and the Flying Miata turbo. And if anybody's got experience with tuning that, let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks. Well, everybody, you can see we got the Exocet on the trailer there. This is my first track day. I've never done anything like it before, but SCCA does these solo courses. Basically, it's just a time trial. You get to show up, run what you brung kind of thing, and you basically, just race against your time. And what I'm going to be doing is taking this to the Central Pennsylvania region local club version of the SCCA. It's at a regional airport, so we're gonna rip this thing up and down the track a few times and see what we can do. It's honestly the first time that I'm gonna be trying anything like that. Buddy of mine, Jeff, suggested that hey, you built the thing, why don't you put it on a track and see what it can do? So that's a plan for today. I'll put together some clips of it running, and you can kind of see what we're able to do with the car. I'm going to have to basically unload, register, do all the things that you got to do for the SCCA competition. Then we're just going to throw it on the track. I got the GoPro with me today. I'm going to strap that onto the car and kind of see what we can do with it. So anyways, yeah, it's kind of what we're going to do. I'll give you a summary at the end. And in the middle here, I'm just going to throw together, I guess, a montage of the car at the track and some of the runs we do. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, you're good.
The Exocet held up really well. I had zero mechanical issues with that, other than these things here. The fenders that they have from Exocet totally suck. I mean, like, they all became loose. Now, maybe that's me, you know, trying to use those P-clips with these small fasteners to hold everything in place. Regardless, they're flimsy. Maybe they block a few rocks from hitting you, but you know, for the SCCA, you're wearing a full helmet anyways, whatever. The right rear one, I'll own that. That was my fault. I did crush cone with that one. So actually what happened is I hit it with my front wheel and kicked it up into the rear one, which is why that cracked. But all of them were loose. All of them were wiggling off. They basically were a pain in the ass. But the car itself was awesome. The car handled awesome. I'm not that fast. It was the first time I ever did that. So anyways, you can watch a couple of the clips coming up here. Brakes were awesome. No issue shifting. The turbo's awesome. There's some people there that, oh, wow, do they take that seriously? I mean, I got a chance to ride in another Exocet. That guy was running 6 seconds faster than me. He had actually transplanted the Mazda engine out because he said he blew that up a while ago, put something else in it. I think it was a Ford, like an Ecotech, something like that. I don't know. Then there was another Mazda running a turbo that was pushing like 300 horsepower, and I got to ride along with them. That was totally insane. That guy was just like on it. So it's really fun. It was something cool to do with a build that I put it together myself. I can tell you for sure that I will never push this thing on a public road anywhere near the capacity that it has based off of my experience today on a closed course. This thing holds the ground awesome. I mean, you can make it spin, which I did, if you're not careful with the clutch and how aggressive you're getting into a turn, but absolutely you're never going to be doing that on a public road, or you shouldn't be, trust me. So totally happy with this. It's awesome. So you can watch a couple of the videos here coming up, or a couple clips of me at the course. I totally recommend it. Doesn't matter what you drive, just take it to one of these SCCA solo autocross things. Totally cool. People are friendly. Basically what happens is I still got my band on here. You run, you work one where you're like flipping cones if somebody hits one, and then you get a break, and then there's a lunch break, and then you do it all over in the afternoon. So it's pretty cool. Definitely a good experience. I would recommend it. Doesn't matter what you drive, just go take it there. You can run anything. There's all sorts of different classes. So I got my N is for novice. The XU is because it's a specially prepared vehicle, that kind of thing. But if you just have your stock car with no modifications, there's a class. If you got a car that you put a turbo on or bigger brakes, bigger wheels, there's a class for that. If you put a roll cage in it, you put a supercharger on it, there's a class for that. It's pretty cool. Basically, you're just trying to beat your own time. So highly recommend it. Thanks to the guys that were there running it. It was pretty cool. Awesome first experience. So I'll do it again, but if I do it again, these things are coming off of there 100%. So anyways, check out some clips of the action, and I don't know, that's it. Hope you guys having a good weekend. Catch you next time.
What's your white band show? 13 minutes, 13 smaller than the city ride. Same as me. You got 13 1. And that's the first. Okay, let's try it again. Third gear. The big thing is, don't bang gears. It just jerks. Okay. So on the transition, soft on that. You can run high in RPM, just soft on that gear shift. Third, south, right here. Yeah, we're the same. The only thing I would, here's the unfortunate part. I thought we were able to make global changes to that box. We're not. So that's the biggest flaw. Next time you talk to them, why are you so? And they may say that's how they're treated.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'll ask them, because yeah, going down to the 9s, I mean, I watched it.
Yeah, it goes to the 9. And they may go, oh, and a lot of places like that, keep their secrets unless you ask nicely, and then based on your aptitude, they'll feed you what they think they just don't provide everything. Because people can just fuck shit up. But the 9s, that's what's killing you. The same one, and it's got the same, a torque curve and a horsepower curve that look like that up and down is usually too rich. Like, I wish I could go faster, but I'm not running as clean as I would like. That's a nice package, though.
Yeah, came all